Hi everyone, I just thought I would show you these fusible fibres. They're the Angelina fusible fibres. Now you can also get the fusible film, but this is the fibre form, and you can use this, you can heat bond it together and it creates a really lovely material that you can sew into something. You can also leave it unbonded and use for things like needle felting and pull the threads through the fibres. There's lots of different colours. I'll just show you four for now. There's lovely pearly blue there, and then this gorgeous sparkly greeny blue there, and there's also a kind of raspberry candy floss colour there. Let's do this one as well, and this is a kind of a nice little sparkly violet number there. Really good for making things like angel wings. As I say, needle felting. You can actually heat bond this over a crafting stamp. Let me just grab one just to show you what I mean. So for example, if you've got any of these, you can lay your fibre over it, and then with a heat gun or an iron, you can iron it, and when you take this off, it would have the indent of this on it, and then you can glue or sew that onto cards and things. So it's got lots of different ways of being used. So this is what it's like. It's literally like, you know, everyone's worst nightmare. It's a bit like dog hair. It gets everywhere, literally gets everywhere. I've already got it on this white piece of paper and I've just taken it out of the packet. But can you see the sparkle in that? So one strand on its own won't necessarily give off a lot, but then if you turn it in the light, I don't know if you're picking it up, but it's like a little firework, a tiny little spark. So if you were to add this into anything really, resin, as I say, any kind of embroidery craft. So I'm going to just show you one way of fusing it together. I'm not going to use a lot, I'm just going to use a little bit. This here, by the way, this I sell this stuff, and I sell it in a sample pack of 4 colours, and each sample pack is 5 grams, so you get 4 lots of 5 grams. And that is 5 grams. So as you can see, it's not a small amount, it's not a big amount, but it's a good enough amount to just sample it and decide what colours you like. So here it is. What I'm going to do is I'm going to twist it up, because I want this to be quite a thick piece, a really kind of bright, colourful piece. So I'm going to twist it up like so, if it'll let me. And then I'm just gonna fold it like that, and fold it like that. Eek, 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 eek. And then I'm going to put it between 2 pieces of paper, like that, keeping hold of it so it doesn't come apart from that thick little knot that I've made. You don't have to do it, you can do it a lot thinner than that if you want kind of like a mesh. I've got my laminator on its lowest setting, which for me is the 80 MIC, whatever MIC stands for. Comment below if you know. And I'm just going to run this through. So for me, I always thought laminators couldn't be used without a laminating pouch, but actually at this low setting, it's not going to burn the paper. So it's absolutely fine. So this will bond the fibres together. I might have to put it through twice. You can also do this just with an iron, but I'm out in my little studio and I don't have an iron, and I'm the kind of person that would burn themselves on an iron anyway, so I'll just let that go through. I'm just giving you a little example of what it bonds like. I'll probably try and use it in something resin jewellery related or something like that, because I don't sew or do any sort of needlecraft yet. I do have lots of hobbies. I could add it. Okay, let's see. Does it need to go through again? I think that's bonded. So that is now bonded. and you can cut it with a pair of scissors now. It's bonded. So for example, I can just cut it like that. Isn't it beautiful when it's bonded together? Now that would be, if you try to do it in like a thin fibre, let me just turn that off because I'll forget otherwise. If you didn't fold it over and twist it and do what I did there, which created this nice thick piece, you would, if you just like put the strands together and just put them in, you would get something more like this mesh, like a netting. But I mean, again, you know, imagine that on a dark background. Maybe blue isn't the best to show you it on. Find something black. My torch, that'll do. You can see how beautiful it is on a black background, and then, you know, that just pops, doesn't it? So it's almost like creating your own Angelina film with the fibres, but you get to dictate how thin you want it to be, and you don't have to bond it. You can, as I say, use it in your other crafts, because it is a really versatile piece of crafting equipment. So there's tons of YouTube videos showing you different ways of using it, different crafts that use it, and I'd wholeheartedly recommend you getting some if you're looking for something that's got just that something a little bit different. And as I say, it's amazing for creating fairy wings. If I had shaped this amount into a kind of wing, or I had wrapped it around the wire of an outline wing that I'd created, which I haven't created, so I can't show you, but if I had, I could have wrapped the fibres around it, and then I could have either used an iron or a heat gun to bond all the fibres on the wire, which would have created this beautiful fairy wing. I'm probably not explaining it very well, but there we go. Enjoy!